Good evening, everyone. Namaste. This is Dr. Aparna. I am an Ayurvedic psychotherapist, an emotional healing synergist, that is, a catalyst in your journey of emotional healing. I am a passionate infopreneur and a medical writer. In my pursuit to address, promote, and propagate Ayurveda and psychotherapy globally, I speak on different topics of Ayurveda, mental health, psychotherapy, and I do book reviews on psychology, neuroscience, and any book that helps in improving. That is a self-help book on self-help books and with the books which help us improve or that leads to self development. So today's topic of discussion is very interesting and one of my favorite topics, that is Ayurvedic concept of manas, that is mind. What does Ayurveda has to say about mind and mental health? This is a repeated question that is asked to me every time when I talk about mind and mental health. People always tend to ask me what does Ayurveda has to say about mind and mental health. That is, mind in Ayurveda is called as manas. So, before getting into what Ayurveda has to say about manas and mental health, we have to understand what is actual mental health according to WHO, that is World Health Organization. What does WHO has to say about mental health? See, as per World Health Organization, mental health is a state of well-being. So it involves, in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities. So the person can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and can contribute to his or her community. So, mental health is an integral part of health. Indeed, there is no health without mental health. This is so true. So, mental health is determined by a range of socio-economic, biological, and environmental factors. So, mental health leads to psychological well being and is an integral part of good quality of life. So, here in Ayurveda, this is the World Health Organization. What World Health Organization has to say about mental health. So, in Ayurveda, manas, the mind, this isn't just a cognitive entity. That means it is not just responsible for the thought process and intelligence, but it's a multifaceted, intricately woven, fabric of our being. That is manas. So, manas, according to Ayurveda, impacts both physical and mental health. So here the Sanskrit word manas or mana means mind, as I said. So Ayurvedic texts, are rich. They have given Ayurveda acharyas have enriched the knowledge of multi-dimensional aspects of mind. So, when we consider life, that is Ayu, we call Ayu as life in Ayurveda. So, when Ayurveda defines life, it is defined as the continuum of the combination of body, sharira, indriyas, that is sense organs, mind and soul. So here life is, deprived without mind. So life, if we have to define life, it is not only the combination of body, it is the combination of sense organs, it is the combination of mind. And in Ayurveda, atma, soul, also plays an important role. So the mind here is included in the three fundamental pillars of our holistic human, holistic well-being. So Charaka also says that psychological well being with a blissful state of mind, soul, and sense organs is an essential component of health. Health means, according to Ayurveda, not only the physical wellness, it is also the mental wellness. So, Ayurveda Acharyas or Ayurveda does not consider the mind as a separate entity. Instead, the mind is always combined with the whole body, well in coordination, the whole in coordination with the body and soul. So, the mind can influence gross physiological and sensory functions and spiritual well being as well. So here, if we have to define well-being according to Ayurveda, it is physical wellness, psychological wellness, and spiritual well-being all together. So if we have to enter into, if we have to define the word manas, so, manas is derived from the Sanskrit root mana. Mana means to know or to understand. The word meaning of mana is to know or understand. That is jnane bodhane va. That means the word jnane denotes knowing, conscience, awareness, engaging in or being acquainted with something. So the word bodhane here refers to awakening, understanding, enlightening, and informing. So if we have to combine, uh, you know, jnane bodhane va, that means to know, to be aware of, the conscience, to engage, and to be acquainted with something, or the awakening, the enlightening, the informing. So, these two words indicate manas functions and their role in daily living to maintain equilibrium in cognitive faculties. That means here, mind also plays a vital role in digestion and metabolism. Yes, so, how does the mind play a role here? So, a positive mental attitude and concentration of the mind on food. So, while eating food, they say that be mindful. So, a positive mental attitude and concentration of the mind on food are crucial for proper digestion. So, here in Ayurveda, it is said that for proper digestion, for your metabolism to be, on point, a positive mental attitude and concentration of the mind is also essential. So, what happens when the mind has negative mental attitude? It adversely affects the digestive health and leads to the production of toxic metabolites. So, even though the meals are of proper quality and quantity, the it adversely affects the digestive system. So it is called the mind gut axis. So the mind is related to digestive system according to Ayurveda. So this, now research also, suggests, modern research also suggests now that mental health is closely linked with gastrointestinal health. That means gut. So, what happens is emotions like stress, anxiety, mood swings that might trigger stomach problems and gastrointestinal disturbances. All the gut disturbances um, also, can affect mental health. This is vice versa. So, why is this so? Because mind is nourished, not only the body, our mind is also nourished from food. So the tranquility of mind, if we have to have a calm and peaceful mind, is essential. We have to have a tranquil mind, that means a calm and peaceful mind for proper nourishment of our body. That means a calm mental state and happiness are important factors for gaining weight as well in patients who have, who are malnourished. So, not only in digestion, the next point is mind also plays an important role in natural sleep. Sleep is called nidra in Ayurveda. So, mind also plays an important role in sleep. So fatigue and other involvement in proper, mental activities, and temporary cessation from involvement of all the sensory activities are important for natural sleep. So detachment of mind from the senses and feeling of comfort causes sleep. So sleep and mind are interlinked. Not only the digestive system and the sleep, even the reproductive health also is dependent upon the state of mind. This is explained in Charaka Samhita. Charaka is one of the Bruhatrayis of, Ayurveda, one of the acharyas of Ayurveda that we follow. So he says that the reproductive health is also dependent upon the state of mind. That means happy state of mind has an aphrodisiac effect. So tranquilized and happy state of mind is the first and foremost, factor for contraception. Modern research also, the recent research suggests that psychological interventions in lowering, the psychological distress significantly increases the pregnancy rate. If we decrease the stress, the anxiety, and the psychological issues, the pregnancy rates have shown a significant increase. That means mind is related to digestive system, mind is, related to sleep, mind is related to reproductive health. See, the positive, mental health can prevent diseases. A depressed mental state increases the susceptibility and severity of the diseases. So if we have, if our mental state or mental health is positive, then we can prevent a lot of diseases. So when we have a depressed mental state, we are inviting, that means that increases the susceptibility and severity of diseases. So the psychological state can directly influence immunity through neuroendocrine axis. So there is something called neuroendocrine axis. That means the psychological state, our mental health, mental state can also have a direct impact on our immunity. And mental trauma can affect recovery from existing diseases. So, the person suffering from cardiac diseases and cerebrovascular diseases like coma should be protected from any kind of mental trauma. That is why it is said that people having, having cardiovascular diseases like heart attacks, cardiac arrests, all the myocardial infarction, those people, that is said that they should be protected from any kind of mental trauma. we talk of mind, playing a role in digestion, in metabolism, in sleep, in reproductive health, in immunity. So if the next question would be, what is the test for existence of mind? How do you say that mind exists? What is the proof for it? If somebody, asks us, see, the only proof is that knowledge, the knowledge of an individual, the knowledge is one and the actual proof of the existence of the mind. So the sequential context of, contact of mind with soul, mind with sense organs, mind with objects, what happens is that leads to understanding and knowledge. So when the mind comes in contact with atma, with our indriya sense organs and indriyarthas, that leads to, understanding and knowing that particular objects. So this is something's physiology of mind, that is how mind works. So the presence of mind can be tested by presence or absence of knowledge. So how can we test the presence of mind? Just by the presence or absence of, knowledge. So knowledge is one of the active signs of one of the signs of active mind. That means mind plays a significant role in the chain of perception of knowledge and memory retention as well. So memory works only after proper attention and perception of knowledge. If the mind is absent, the process of perception, knowledge and memory are blocked. So if when we have to say prove the existence of mind, and this is the physiology of mind, that means mind plays a significant role in the chain of perception of knowledge and memory. So according to ayurveda, there are some attributes of mind. That means mind is very subtle. So, subtleness of mind is the subtlest organs. That means ordinary visual senses cannot observe mind. We cannot observe mind. One can perceive the mind through its functions associated with the senses. So we can only how can we perceive the mind? So through its functions and through the senses, the indriyas associated with it. So we cannot see this subtleness could be a reason for the limitation to define and conclude the exact physical structure of mind. We are not talking about brain here. We are talking of mind. So, and the another attribute of mind is only one in an individual. The oneness, the psyche may appear more than one, but uh, you know, the variation is due to a change in perception. So, because of the swartha and because of the rajas and tamas, sometimes we could feel that mind presents with multiple roles, but mind is only one. So however, the mind is person specific and only one. So and also mind can unite with only one sense organ at a time to acquire knowledge. This can happen in milliseconds, but mind will unite with only one sense organ at a time to acquire knowledge. We might feel that we are hearing, we are we are listening, we are talking, we are sensing the smell of something, and we are seeing something, but everything happens one by one. It is so it happens so fast that we cannot recognize. We are not able to, human beings are not able to recognize because of the speed. Otherwise, mind can unite with only one sense organ at a time to acquire knowledge. So these are some attributes of manas. How is manas linked to the physical body? So I hope you all enjoyed and finished the session. I'll come up with more interesting topics in the coming sessions. And thanks for watching.